You are now watching the Movie Juice Podcast.
The juice is loose.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Movie Juice Podcast. I'm Dylan.
I'm Kyle. And I'm James.
Movie
Juice. Movie Juice. Movie Juice. Movie Juice. Juice the movies.
Oh,
yeah.
This week, if you noticed, there's only two of us.
James sounds a little weird.
And James is not with us.
I don't sound that weird, guys.
James is not with us this week.
He had a little accident.
He is
On a mission.
He's on a secret mission to find if there's a worse movie than Thanksgiving.
And, yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't find one.
Yeah, because I don't want to watch it. It'd be funny if he just comes back and it's Thanksgiving 3.
But he should.
No, what if he went on a mission and he finds Thanksgiving 2?
Oh, God. No, I don't want to. Because I know they made a third one. I don't want to watch the second one.
Yeah. That's an inside joke for you guys who know. But,
you know,
yeah, so he's on a little secret movie juice mission this week. So it's
Yeah.
just going to be the two of us. But
hopefully he'll be back next week.
Hopefully. It depends how bad the movie was.
It depends on how Jeff booked the travel there.
Yeah. Jeff's not a travel guy. He's a good editor, not a great travel agent.
I wouldn't say good editor. I would say decent at best.
Yeah, you guys keep listening. So.
Hey, he's free.
Exactly. But, yeah, so this week we watched Y2K.
Yeah, the not Kyle Gass, what's his name?
Mooney.
Kyle Mooney, a
Directorial debut.
And if you don't know who that is, he was on SNL. And if you don't know that, then I guess you don't have NBC. He was also on a thing of Epic Rap Battles of History. I don't remember which one off the top of my head, but I know he's on one of them.
Yeah.
I think the Batman one.
Yeah, oh no, he was Watson.
Okay.
Wasn't he? Right.
He was either that or Robin. I know he's the sidekick of one of the two.
No, because that was Epic. That was
Epic Lloyd.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was.
So I think he was.
Not
I think he was
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he was Watson. Weird side tangent. Anyway,
Yeah.
you have any details on this movie?
That just came out, so no, I do not.
Do you know what Y2K is?
I know Y2J. That's Chris Jericho. I was like 4 years old,
Same.
so I really don't know a whole lot.
I know more about like everyone's fear of it than anything.
Yeah, I know a lot. Everyone was like losing their fucking mind that their computer was going to take over and kill their family.
And in this movie, it does.
Yeah, pretty much. I know Family Guy made an episode about it on like season 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like, it was like real early Family Guy because it was the apocalypse with Y2K. And I remember Randy.
Yeah, because that's the one where Stewie
Yeah.
turns into an octopus.
Yeah.
And they go to the Twiggy factory.
Yeah, and then Randy Newman just sings as they walk down the street or walk away.
Walking down the street.
Yeah.
Gonna beat my meat. So, would you recommend this movie?
If it's free on something, maybe I wouldn't pay to go see this.
Same, I think. Like, save your money. It'll be on streaming probably.
Yeah,
Early January, I'd say maybe.
Yeah, if it's streaming, I'd watch it on streaming, but I wouldn't pay to go to it. I wouldn't go for the theatrical experience.
Like, yeah, like it's okay. No, not spoiling the score till the end, but it's
an alright movie.
Yeah.
I had fun.
I had fun, but if I wasn't doing it for this, I mean, I probably still would have saw it if we weren't doing this podcast. But like, it
would have been one of those ones where like I wouldn't have gone out of my way to watch it immediately. I'd probably just wait until ever I saw it on something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like if it came to like Netflix, and I don't have Netflix, I'd wait till it came to a streaming that I have.
Right.
Like if it's on Peacock, like, oh, I already have Peacock, I'll check it out. But you know, my watch list is long and
growing.
And
that's how my watch list is. That's how my video game backlog is.
Yeah.
Like it keeps getting longer and longer.
I wish something else would get longer and longer. You know what I mean?
Me too, buddy.
So he's want to just
dive
on in
to Y2K.
Y2K. So the movie starts
with like a montage of AOL, instant message.
AOL, yeah.
And like you basically just get like a little view of the 90s internet.
Yeah.
This guy's watching like a very pixelated video because HD wasn't a thing yet.
Bill Clinton.
And it had to load. It had that little
buffering
sound.
noises.
Yeah, that was good. You had to dial first.
Oh, dude. Did you ever have dial-up?
Yeah,
dude.
it's crazy.
But yeah, the computer screen with retro messages. He's talking to, what was her messenger name? Like Roxy Girl something.
Yeah.
And then
I don't remember what he was, but
friend Danny was like D-Dragon or something like that.
yeah, talking about
Sticky Boys for life.
yeah, which is like I thought it was like a weed thing, but then later on you find out they don't really smoke. So like, why are they the Sticky Boys? Are they coming?
Maybe they're coming on each other. I don't know.
Well, I know one's drinking their piss. So
yeah, one's drinking pee pee. I guess the other one's drinking pee pee. But yeah, then he makes a CD, and like I noticed, I don't know if you know, but he wrote the name of the CD on the wrong goddamn side.
Yeah, he did. That was weird.
He wrote it on the side that plays,
Yeah.
not the part where you're supposed to write shit on.
Like maybe that was a thing. I don't know.
I can't.
I wasn't alive in the '90s, or I was like 2 in the '90s.
Yeah, I was like I was born in '96, so I mean I don't really know how burnt CDs worked. I mean like,
but I would assume.
I've burned CDs in my lifetime from my dad.
But I wrote it on the right side because there's lines on that side to show you where to write it.
On the disc, you have one side that's just the shit that's supposed to be played, and then the other side you got the picture.
Yep.
Like my cousin, whenever he would burn CDs, he would actually he had the thing that he could actually get the same
image?
picture. Yeah, the image on the disc.
Yeah, I know my dad had that for DVD burning.
That's cool.
Yeah.
My dad had a DVD burning thing, but it was like VHS to.
Okay.
That thing took for fucking ever.
Because my dad had the software for it, and he would buy the discs where you get the picture on it. And like we would get movies from Netflix, and he would burn them and like copy them. It was crazy.
Like, the only thing my dad had, it was this big ass machine, and you had to have 2 TVs. One had to be the VHS, one.
Oh yeah.
And then if the movie was too long, the thing would get hot and it would just smell weird.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I'm like, Dad, what the fuck? But then you get the computer glitching and shit, and it was like A24 sign.
Yeah.
And then it was the title card of
Right.
Y2K. And then it was a whole bunch of different cool fonts of Y2K.
Yep, which was cool. And then he ends up going to his buddy's house.
Yeah, because he talked to his parents.
He talks to his parents. His dad's Tim Heidecker.
Yeah.
I don't know who the mom was.
I didn't recognize the mom. I guess I could look it up.
She didn't look that familiar, though.
She did not look very familiar.
But yeah, Tim Heidecker's it was crazy to see him play kind of like a straight man. Like he was very stereotypical suburban dad.
Oh, it's fucking Alicia Silverstone.
Really?
That was the mom.
Interesting. She looks
completely different from the last time I saw her.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Because her face kind of looked somewhat familiar, but I didn't really think I knew it. And I was like, oh, now that I looked her up, it's the girl from Clueless.
Yeah.
Or Batman and Robin, whenever you...
Or Blast from the Past.
Oh, yeah.
My dad loves that movie. It's one of his favorite movies. Which I don't blame him, because, Brendan Fraser's awesome.
She's done a lot of voice acting, it looks like.
Really?
Oh, and she did a Clueless Super Bowl commercial. But, yeah, he goes over to his friend. He's riding down the street on his bike, and he passed the Asian family, and the little Asian girl flips him off.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
They were doing some sort of dance in the yard, and then the little girl's just like, fuck you!
Yeah, that does the loser sign. I was like, that's funny.
And he just keeps smiling. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it didn't faze him.
Yeah, bro, just get fucked. He was a part of the losers club in it, and he's still a loser in this movie.
Yeah, right. Fucking nerd.
You can't escape the loser.
And then he goes over to his friend's house,
Danny,
and he's all sweaty.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, did your mom get a new pool?" He's like, "Yeah, you should get in."
He's like the rub sweat.
Yeah, and then they walk inside.
They do this really cool handshake I liked, where they at the end of it they fuck the air. That was cool. I was like, oh yeah, looks like some shit me and my friends would do.
And that kid, I didn't write down his actual name, but he's also from Deadpool 2. Yeah, Julian Dennison.
Yeah, that's it. I was about to say Casablancas, and I was like, wait, nope, that's a rock star.
That's a different Julian. And then
they're doing Tybo, right? He and his mom.
Yeah, are they supposed to be Australian?
Yeah, because I think he's Australian.
Okay, because his mom had a completely different accent.
Yeah, it was weird. It sounded kind of Australian at parts, but then sometimes it just sounded British.
It was like the whole Nicole Kidman accent.
Yeah, which it always differs.
Yeah, which I found out why. She's married to an Australian.
Okay. Anyway,
yeah,
I don't want to go on a side tangent. But
it shows off Danny's room and his little action figure model that he's making of that '70s show.
Yeah,
and it shows one little figure is like a Jack specific figure of pro wrestler Paul London. If this movie's set in 1999, how did he get that figure? Because I don't think that figure released until 2003, 2004.
You would be the man to know. So
because he was a part of the Ruthless Aggression line, and that definitely wasn't.
Right, that wasn't 99.
Yeah, that was 2002.
Right.
Not fucking 99. But anyway, because I was that part just made me kind of mad. I was like, what the fuck? How did he get that figure in 1999?
I get it, because I mean, like, it's one of the things you're passionate about. So yeah, I get it.
But then, and
then they
play a game.
They played the N64. I can't remember what game they were playing, but I know they booted it because they had the N64 controllers.
Yeah, and it said Midway, but I don't think the actual like game itself booted up past Midway.
Because I think Midway had a bunch of games back in the day.
Yeah.
Like nowadays they have Midway like arcade collections, but like back then they were just single games. So it could have been a racing game. It could have been older. We don't know, but they were playing N64 or something.
And then
I guess they were just trying to play to your nostalgia factor. I guess.
Yeah. But then they get in the car, and Limp Bizkit is on the radio.
Yeah.
I didn't write down what song.
And then on sax, they turned it off to play
Harvey Danger.
Yeah, which is a good song too. I like Flagpole Sitta
because he put his mixtape in that I don't know if it's gonna work because he wrote it on the he wrote the name on the wrong goddamn side.
But then Flagpole Sitta plays.
Yeah, which I only wrote Harvey Danger because I couldn't, for the life of me, I could not think of the name of the fucking song.
Yeah.
But I knew the song,
right?
Because I listened to it. I mean, I don't listen to it often, but I mean,
our radio station played it a lot when they still do, but they played it a lot when I was in like high school.
My freshman year, my English teacher would play it like once every other week. And one time he forgot to like turn it down whenever he said "goddamn."
Bro, that cursed. Like, what? No, it didn't. You didn't hear that. But they go to the video store ran by Kyle Mooney, the director. He's pulling a M. Night Shyamalan, putting himself in the movie.
Yeah, which he kind of didn't need to be.
No, we'll get there to later parts. But like they're looking around for movies, I guess, to watch to bring in the New Year's with.
Yeah.
And then Danny's talking about some movie I've never heard of. Can't remember what it was.
No, I can't either. I should have wrote it down, but I was trying to munch on some corn.
Yeah, but I remember him asking Kyle Mooney if there were boobs in it. So his character reminded me a lot of that guy in Family Guy that like mentors Chris.
Oh yeah, the one that's played by H. John Benjamin.
Yeah.
The gas station guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never remember that character's name, but I can see it in my mind.
He's always talking about, you see boobs in this one.
Yeah,
you should watch this one. This one's pretty good. And then he invites them into the champagne room.
Yeah, he's like, you guys want to go to the champagne room? My movie rental place didn't have a champagne room. They had a tanning. They had a tanning section.
Yeah, he's saying, we also had a tanning bed, but they didn't have a porn section.
And now that building is an AC repair place.
The one I did was a staffing agency.
Oh, that's cool.
But I can't remember what they are now because it's right next to the old Lowe's.
Oh.
So I don't know what they are now. I know it's something different because when me and James drove by it to go get the drill from his brother that one day, I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't the staffing agency anymore.
Damn.
But it used to be the movie rental place I would always go to as a kid.
Yeah, I'd always go to the one just right up the road in town near Keto.
Yep.
And it used to be community video, and now it's something AC unit repair to repair.
So if you ever need a repair unit, you know what to call.
It was just kind of sad because like I always because it was also like a tanning salon, so I always loved the way it smelled in there because you always had like the mixture of the lotions.
Yep.
It just smelled good in there, and I always would rent a shit ton of video games there too.
Yeah.
And then when I was a kid, every Friday I would rent the movie Good Burger, and it was one point they were just like, don't even bring it back. You're the only one that rents this movie.
You can just have it.
We're not even going to charge you. You guys pay for it every Friday. Just take it home.
Okay. That's how I got Good Burger.
As a kid, that's how I got that on VHS. And then I tried that with other movies.
I would like one copy of the best VHS in the world, please.
Well, yeah, I remember I would rent SmackDown vs. Raw games there all the time, and then I would eventually get them for
actually have them.
Yeah, man, I do miss movie rental places. Though.
Same. It was an experience, but you know, I get why it's more convenient now.
Yeah,
but that's a topic for a different episode.
Yeah. So they go in the champagne room and it's red.
Yep.
Which is not the color.
Do you remember Kyle Mooney's name?
Nope.
No. Okay. I'm gonna keep calling him Kyle. Then. Sorry, guys.
But I can look it up. Garrett.
Okay. He goes behind the picture of it was like a porn parody movie. I can't remember what it was called, but and like behind that poster, he's got a little bowl, and they do a little schmucky boo.
Was it in a penis day?
No, that was later.
Okay.
That was with Fred Durst.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny. And he pulls out a bowl and starts smoking, and then he offers it to
Eli.
He's like, I'm good. And then Danny's like, yeah, sure, I'll take some. And then Eli gets kind of butthurt.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know he smoked. I'm such a nerd, bro.
And then, like, it's just cool little montages, like him getting kind of high while fucking Garrett's just talking.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
And then they walk out of the store, and then they get roasted by a bunch of bullies that look like school shooters.
The main one's played by the guy who's in Stranger Things. Argyle was his name in that, and he's like a typical stoner. He's in the movie The Package too. Did you ever see that?
Is that the one where he gets his dick cut off?
Yeah, he's in that movie. And he usually plays like a funny stoner guy, but in this one he's kind of an asshole. And it was fun to watch him play a dick.
Eduardo Franco.
Yeah.
Oh, his name apparently was Farkas.
Farkas.
Yeah, which I only wrote him down as Bully.
Yeah.
I didn't know his name, but I put walks out and gets roasted, and then I put gets rapped on. Very Beastie Boys style.
It was very, yeah, and then like, cause like halfway through he didn't know what to say, and then as they're walking away, he's like, oh, and Danny was like, yeah, he had a pretty good flow, and I was like, oh, he didn't, but
it was very Beastie Boy-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go to a corner store. I don't know if it was actually on the corner. I just know it was
it's like a little convenience store.
Yeah, like a little convenience store.
And that's when he runs into the girl he likes,
Laura. That's her name.
Who's also Roxy Girl, whatever.
Yeah, and she's also the new Snow White, which looks
awful. No, Disney, stop. Why do you keep doing this?
Disney, please stop.
Nobody wants to see these.
Nobody.
Stop.
I would much rather watch any Dwayne Johnson movie.
Same. And she walks in, and they kind of talk a little bit while like her friends are like getting ready to steal beer.
Yeah,
and like they have a cute little like
because he asked her if he's like, oh, are you going to New Year's Eve party with your boyfriend? She's like, oh, me and Jonas broke up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
And he's like, oh, so you told me there's a chance.
And then I'll Be by Edwin McCain plays.
Yeah.
Which I had to Google the name of the artist because I knew the song. I was like, who the fuck sings this? I knew it was Edwin something, but I put McMahon. And I was like, I know that's not fucking right.
Right, that's different.
It's a different person. And then it pans back to the boys at Danny's house.
Yeah, because she runs off because all her friends steal beer. And then they run off stealing beer. And then is that when that song plays?
Yeah.
Yeah. While she's running away, and and then like it cuts like while she's running away, and he's like, oh, it cuts to them in the car driving away, and it's like playing on the radio. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Like it was a little cut. It was a cool cut.
And then they're back at Danny's house, and they're playing a game, and then Danny calls him a pussy or something, and he just breaks into the fucking alcohol cabinet.
Yeah, he's like, "Would a pussy do this?" And he just takes a little weight and fucking bang. It's like, okay. I thought he was gonna smash the glass, but he just like hits the lock.
It's the lock. That was a very weak lock.
Yeah. Like, but anyway, so then they just fucking start drinking the liquor.
Yeah, then Chumbawamba plays.
Yeah, and I hate that song.
Yeah, my dad hates that song with a fucking passion. 100% because it says his name. That's the only reason he hates it. He's like,
Daddy boy.
He's like, if it didn't say my name, I would like it. But it says my name, I fucking hate it. And I was just like, I respect that.
Is there any songs with the Kyle in it?
My grandma, she would, whenever she'd go places, she'd always look for like the kid CDs that had like our names in it. And all of them are fucking terrible.
So they start drinking, and then that's when he's like, it might be the alcohol talking, but we should go to this fucking party.
Yeah. Soccer Chris's house.
Soccer Chris's house.
He's like,
who the fuck is Soccer Chris? Yeah, and so they get the courage, and then they have this little montage of them booting up.
Yeah.
Danny puts on a nice cool shirt he looks pretty cool in. And,
that was a pretty sick shirt.
Yeah, and Eli packs up his mix and his boombox. And they jump on the bike, and it's a cool little montage of them riding down the road, and then it like actually pans to them like just driving down. He's like barely going like a mile an hour.
Yeah.
He's like, we're getting there, and that's what I put in my notes. Fuck tub thumping, because I just hate that song.
Oh, dude, that song's ass.
And then I just want to mention this. He mentions The Giver in the library, and I was like, how old's that book?
Oh, it's pretty old.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like. I thought it was like one of those like Hunger Games type books where like it's been like early 2000s. And then when he mentioned that, I was like, how old is it? Because like, they only just made a movie about it a couple of years ago. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know that. Because I knew it was a book, but I was like, I didn't know it was that old.
Oh, it was relatively new for that time.
Really?
It came out in 1993.
Huh, weird.
So when that book came out, I was thinking like 80s.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I didn't know it was that old. So I figured I mentioned that. He mentions like, I don't know, something about it. But
they did make a movie. When did that come out?
Like 2011, 2012, 13, somewhere around there. Because I know it's got Jeff Bridges and Taylor Swift in it.
2012.
Okay, yeah. I knew it was around there. Because I remember I saw it in theaters with Mom and Dad.
Oh, my bad. It was released. That's the 2012 is when it finally got picked up for filming.
Gotcha.
They released 2014.
Gotcha. But it's a pretty good movie though. But anyway, just figured I mentioned that. And then
they're at the party, and then the music just stops for some reason. I guess the CD was over.
Yeah, because like they're just kind of standing there awkwardly, like most people would do at a party, like, and then the music stops, and everyone's like, oh, and then that's when they're like, oh, bro, put it in the mix, put it in the mix,
put it in the mix,
the Y2K mix. I don't think we ever mentioned what it was called.
Yeah,
but it was called like Awesome Y2K.
And then this is another thing that got me a little
confused about the time,
a little heated, because like the song that plays is hold on, I gotta find it again.
I know it's the thong song.
Yeah, because the thong song playing on it, but it was specifically Cisco's thong song.
Yeah, the one that was very popularized.
Yeah, which
around this time, but not quite this time.
This movie is set December 31st, 1999. The song was on the album Unleash the Dragon, which did come out in 99, but that song did not release as a radio single until February 15th, 2000. So, like, unless someone got like an early copy or something. Yeah, like how the fuck is he just blasting thong songs
2 months early?
Yeah,
I guess it's one of those things where like it's close enough to where they just added it to put it in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, 'cause it's a funny song. Don't get me wrong, but like my note.
But there were other songs they could have picked that probably would have fit better.
Yeah,
for that time period.
Yeah.
For 1999.
Because like I associate that song with more like 2001.
Yeah.
I put it in the same boat as Who Let the Dogs Out. And then, you know, like while Danny's dancing his fucking heart out to Thong Song and getting the party turned up with Thong Song, Eli and Laura are talking, and then Soccer Chris swoops into Cock Block.
Yeah. Played by the Kid Leroy. Which I thought was crazy. Because like, he looked familiar, but until the credits rolled, I was like, that was who that was?
Yeah, I didn't no idea what that guy looked like.
Yeah, I've seen him in a couple music videos, but like he looks completely different from what he looked like in Soccer Chris. I was like, what the fuck?
I only know the song he did with Bieber. That's the only song I know, because the radio would play it all the time.
It's a good fucking song.
It is a bad.
And then he just had one on Juice WRLD's latest album. That was kind of a tearjerker because it was about like saying goodbye. And I was like, oh, it was pretty fucking sad.
That sounds sad.
Yeah.
And Eli gets roasted by Soccer Chris, and then he was like, "Do you like Laura?"
He's like,
"You fucking shouldn't."
Yeah, because he's doing like he's playing. Eli's playing cool. He's like, oh,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, well, you fucking don't. Okay, she's mine.
Yeah. And then there's a party montage.
It's kind of where we meet the side characters a little bit. We meet CJ, who's like really into. I know he name checks like Della Funky Homo Sapien, and some other like underground artists.
Yeah, which I always appreciate. When someone mentions like, Della Funky Homo Sapien,
because that's why I liked his character, and even though he was an asshole, the Fargus's character, because like they were both two different like sides of like hip hop and rock, but like they were still pretty like I still like both of those styles of genre. And it was funny when they would like clash heads, but at the same time it's like I like both of those.
Because during the party montage is when they would go to like different rooms and like they had like different music genres. Because one was like when the swingers were popular.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because whenever that made a resurgence in the 1990s.
Yeah, because like there was fucking people with like bow ties and suspenders.
Yeah,
that was fucking weird.
And then they had like "Freak on the Leash" by Korn was just playing it. Whatever, it was like
the goth
Fargus.
And I was like, which was cool though, because I was like, fuck yeah, that's probably where I would be.
Yeah,
in 1999.
Yeah,
and he gets into this fight with this kid named CJ who's into like underground stuff.
Yeah,
and it was funny because Fargus, it's like you're a fucking sheep because you're listening to all these fucking mainstream people, and fucking Fargus just knocks his drink to the ground. He said, "Yeah, well, your fucking cup's not in your hand."
Yeah,
and I fucking like I was the only one who laughed at that part, but it was just it was so random because he was like it was just such a weird dig. He's like, "Your cup's not in your fucking hand."
Yeah, he also called him a pompous ding dong.
Pompous ding dong. And I was like, "What the fuck?" It was just a funny insult. So I laughed, and the whole theater, like nobody else in the theater laughed, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, there was a couple times where I laughed, and I was the only one in the theater.
Because I was laughing at a lot of the references too. That like I guess some of the other people were just like there weren't many people in the theater with this, but like I guess they didn't understand them. Some of the references because like there were some things that would pop up
whenever they were drinking and they made like the god awful faces for drinking for the first time. There was a dude in the very front. He chuckled.
Yeah,
I heard him. And
I always look like now that I'm older, I appreciate that more because like I remember when that was us back in the day too.
Oh
like,
God, everybody remembers their first sip of alcohol and how much you're like, ooh!
Like you don't expect it to burn.
Yeah, you kind of play it off like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, because they even like, oh, it's so smooth. Yeah, like they're trying to act tough.
Yeah, you're just trying to fight your taste buds. You're like, ugh.
And then we meet Fargus's friend as well, named Ash, who basically looks exactly like Fred Durst, wearing the hat backwards.
Yeah, that was her name.
Yeah,
huh? I only wrote her name down as Camera Girl because she always has IMDb.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up.
Hell yeah.
There are a lot of these characters I did not get their names at all.
Yeah, same because
that's why I'm having to rely on this.
Yeah, because I only because she had a camera with her and she was filming her friends all the time, so I just wrote her down as Camera Girl. Because I didn't know her fucking name.
Well, yeah, she's got like a hoodie. She's wearing her hat backwards like Fred Durst, red hat. She's filming a bunch.
It was specifically the red starter hat.
Yeah, very sentimental, like with the camera. And apparently, we find out later they had like a little fling, her and Farkas.
Yeah.
And then we kind of cut to Danny after the thong song. He's like chatting up some girls.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how they were playing Ocarina of Time. He had to go to the bathroom or something, and then while he was in the bathroom, Danny pissed in his Coke.
Yeah.
And then Eli drank it.
And then Eli's like, "Why are you telling everybody that?"
And he's like, "Oh, no, I just want to be like," because like you know how you are when you get with the popular kids. Like,
yeah.
You just say things because it's like you think it'd make a funny story.
Yeah.
But he was being kind of a dick. It kind of made me sad.
Trying to get his willy wet and throwing the boys under the bus.
But I was kind of mad because that one girl was like, "Oh, Ocarina, that weird game." I'm like, "What? Excuse me, bitch."
First off,
that's like one of the greatest games of all time. Go fuck yourself.
I'm pretty sure that one is Stone Cold's favorite. It's either that or Majora's Mask. Nice. One of the two.
Because I remember that one you talked about Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but that's one of the things that actually was time accurate because that came out in '98.
And then like Eli walks upstairs. There's a door that says "Don't fucking bother opening the door." Or whatever.
Yeah, because I guess it was their parents' room.
Yeah, and he like
or Chris's parents' room. But like at any party, if you put a door on that, someone's gonna go in there and fuck.
Oh yeah.
And then this is where we find Laura's friend fucking this other dude.
Well, they were dry humping pretty much because like they still had clothes on.
Oh, okay. They were under the sheets. So I could. They might have had pants off, but they had tops on.
And then it's New Year's kiss time, and Laura kisses Soccer Chris.
Yep.
And Eli looks
really sad.
I said everyone but Eli gets kiss.
I just put no kiss.
No kiss because Eli's a fucking nerd.
He's a fucking pussy apparently. That's what Danny said.
And the lights go out and they come back on.
Because Danny also gets a kiss from some girl. He tongues some girl. And then Danny's like, "Oh, don't worry, it'll happen for you, bro. Don't worry about it." And I was like, you get the feel like Danny's kind of moving ahead in life without him, I guess. Yeah. It's kind of sad. Kind of reminded me of Superbad a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, like, right after the New Year's kiss, the lights go out. Mm-hmm. And then Soccer Kiss is like, "Oh, Y2K is real." I'm like making fun of it.
And then you hear a scream in the distance.
And they're like, "Oh, what the fuck just happened?"
And then apparently they're fucking on some type of bed that moves electronically.
Yeah. Oh, because I forgot to mention, I liked the trope of Danny said, "Don't worry, man, this will be our fucking year." And I thought that was funny. I was like, "Okay, good luck with that, buddy. That doesn't work out for people."
It hasn't worked out for me in the past 24 years.
Yeah, for real.
It ain't gonna start now.
I love that fucking post. It's like, I don't see any people posting "this will be my year" memes.
Yeah. I guess we all learned.
Yeah, we did. And we go upstairs and come to find out there's a chunk of the ceiling fan missing.
And it's in that dude's head.
Yeah, and he's on the ground fucking dead, and the girl's in the bed freaking out.
I mean, to be fair, I would be freaking out too.
And Soccer Chris is like, "Oh, my parents are gonna kill me, man."
But that's the least of your worries. You got a dead body on the floor. Yeah,
dead body, and like they're always like, "We should call." Laura's like, "We should call the police." And he's like, "Hold on, let me just give me a minute to think." Because like someone died, and you're like, young kids would be like, "What do we do here?"
And all of them were underage drinking.
Yeah, some other popular guy that was hanging out with Soccer Chris was like, "Oh, bro, she fucking killed him." And she's like, "No, it was the bed. The bed launched him into the fan." And they're like, "Yeah, bullshit."
And then like a little robot, kind of just a little bit robotic car just rolls out.
And Eli's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
and then
it pulls out some hairspray. And then the guy's like, "I use gel, dude. Can't you tell?" And then it just lights his fucking face on fire
with a fucking lighter. And it was fucking because it happened so quick. I was like, "Oh shit, this guy got fucked up."
Yeah. And then everybody runs, which I would have too.
I get it.
And then it pans to the kitchen and this dude has a blender just on his dick.
He's like, "Ah." And this one bitch fucking
she gets a VHS to the dome.
Yeah, it was because it was a VHS of Varsity Blues.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny. And then she just like fucking passes out.
And that one dude, one of the swing dancer guys had his half of his arm stuck in the garbage disposal.
Yeah, that was funny. And then some other kid was like getting a razor to the face.
Yeah. And then
there's this like little Jeep car driving itself. That was the thing with the lighter earlier.
Yeah. And then they're all trying to run with Laura, and Soccer Chris is like, "You're coming with me."
Yeah.
And then and he was like, "Soccer." He called him Soccer Chris, and Chris is like, "It's not Soccer Chris.
It's just Chris.
It's just Chris."
Which I thought was funny because they'd be like, because everyone has like a little thing like that in school. Where they're like, "Yeah, that's chess team Bob."
Yeah, that's Scuba Steve.
Yeah, you know Scuba Steve. We got a scuba team. That's cool. And he gets fucking garden stated because that's what happened to his mom in Garden State. She tripped over the dishwasher and fucking she got paralyzed. But yeah, so he gets the fucking latch falls and he fucking trips and like breaks his fucking neck
into the microwave.
Yeah, and then he gets fucking microwave. That's right.
Yeah.
So he fucking gets fucking got. And then next thing you know, a Tamagotchi with a drill attached to it with a wheel is like fucking
drilling Laura's friend.
Yeah,
it drills right.
Not in the fun way either.
Yeah, like it drills right through her skull.
Yeah, like a bunch of times. And I was because like it was funny. I was like, oh, what the fuck is it's like a drill in her face, and then it turns to face him. And it's a Tamagotchi. You know, I thought that was really funny. That was the other time I laughed and no one else laughed. I was like, oh, it's a Tamagotchi. It's funny.
Danny stomps on it.
And he does like some weird dance move. He stomps on it. It's funny.
And then they all put Trenchcoat Bully from earlier gathers everyone in the garage.
Yeah, he is very trenchcoatish.
Farkas, I mean.
Yeah. And they're in the garage like freaking out, trying to figure out what to do. And they're like, oh, Y2K, man, it's happening.
Could you imagine being a kid if this actually happening?
Right, like I don't know what I would do.
I'd be shitting my pants for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like 4.
Right, I'd be like, But Farkas, he's like, all right, let's get in the car and get out of here. They're like, dude, it runs on technology. We're screwed.
Yeah. What if it comes to life and kill us? Well, that's called a transformer, brother.
And that'd be pretty fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But so they all agree to grab like a board or a bike or something that'll not run on gas or a chip. And because like Laura's talking about how she thinks it's like that's all on the chips or whatever. And then that's when Eli kind of stands up for her, like, no, she's the smartest girl I know.
Yeah, and then the bully.
If she says it, it's probably true.
Yeah, Farkas tries to chime in, roasting everybody, and Danny is
not having it.
He sticks up for everybody. Then a robot arm slams through the door and just stabs straight through Danny.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, they fucking. I wrote my notes. They suicide squatted him. Like, and they killed him in the first like 20 minutes, dude. Like, that's crazy. I couldn't believe that.
Because like, he was all over the trailer. I thought he'd be a bigger part of this movie.
Same, but no, he you don't see him after this.
Yeah, no. I put Danny gives Eli a condom one last time.
Yeah,
he's like, use this for the both of us.
Yeah, because he's bringing it up.
Yeah, because
earlier
apparently that's his thing. He'll just leave condoms everywhere for everybody.
Yeah.
What a weird thing to be known for.
Yeah.
Whole condom Danny.
Condom Danny. He's not even getting no pussy himself.
I put Miss Danny, right? And then they go outside and Bully tries to skateboard while break stuff by Limp Biscuit plays, and he fucking eats shit and dies. I don't his head on the fucking ground.
Because I thought he was going to come back later, but he doesn't. So I guess he just fucking got domed and that killed him.
Yeah.
Because like, he goes to hit a grime and he just
lays square on the back.
And then Ash is like, bro, get up. And they're like, bro, no, just leave his ass. He's done.
He's fucking done, so. And then everybody bikes away. And I thought this part was cool because the robot monster just crashes through the garage and just screams.
He's like, it was a weird like techno sound, but it was like, it was really cool. It was like an interesting noise. And then like it steals his pager. Yeah. And so like you kind of see that like it's going for technology that it can assimilate to itself.
Yeah, because my note for that was robot monster comes out and screams pretty sick. And then they all bike to, I guess, a park.
Yeah, and this is where Ash got high for the first time.
Yeah, she's talking to CJ, which I got his name.
In my notes before I got CJ, I called him Bucket Hat Kid because he was wearing a bucket hat the whole movie.
He looked like
Flash Thompson, but it wasn't.
Yeah, he was dressed like, you remember that one hit wonder, Get What You Give, by New Radicals?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was dressed like the guy in the music video.
Yeah, he is. He was.
Because the bucket hat.
Yep.
But they should have put that song in this movie.
Yeah, that would have been good.
But
because they're talking about music too, and they're like, Eli was like, I kind of like it all, and I was like, I was like, that's totally me. Like, I definitely like every genre. And then fucking Laura's like, oh, I don't really like music.
They're all like, what the?
And
fuck?
Ash was like, what the fuck? Like, and then the other kid's like, why are popular kids so fucking late? I was like, yeah.
And Ash raps a little bit, and then
TJ does it in like an underground type style.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird, but I got what he was going for. He was writing a bunch of words together.
Yeah, she was.
But apparently he has like some good flow later on that Fred Durst likes.
Yeah, and she was just like, that sucks ass.
That was because at first she's like, wow, that sucked ass. Yeah, and I was like, nice. It's funny. You thought she was gonna compliment him.
And then they walk through the woods, and there's a I like that there was like a little robot just watching them in the woods. I was that's dope. And they walk over to like an overlook, and they just see like the whole city's on fire.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like, oh shit, like, it's happening everywhere.
You know, like the entire plot of this movie. It goes from from like one to regular show real quick.
It really fucking does. That's a really good way to describe it. And they decide that they're going to go to the Collective, which is the party that Kyle Garrett said that they could go to earlier. We forgot to mention. He said they could come by. They're having a little shindig with some drugs in the woods or something. I can't remember where in the woods, but and so they end up going there. And he's like, oh, welcome. We got drugs over here. And I thought it was funny. He said, we only have one beer, so we're kind of just sharing that.
Someone cue the MF Doom. One beer. Well, that didn't come out yet.
That's true.
That was like 04. But yeah, because Laura's looking for her brother. I think his name was Jason.
Ex-boyfriend, you mean Jonas?
Oh, for some reason I thought it was her brother the entire time.
They kiss.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tom Brady also mouth kisses his children.
That's
so.
fair. That's fair.
I wasn't putting anything past.
And I was mad because Jonas was the guy from Scream that should be fucking dead because he got stabbed multiple times by two different fucking people.
The new fucking Dewey, bro.
Yeah, bro. But so I was mad that he was in it. He's a good actor. Yeah. But like I was just mad that it was that guy because he should be fucking dead in Scream. Yeah. And I'm not over it. And it's funny too because Kyle Mooney was like, "Oh no, Jonas is gone." And then like he pops up 2 seconds later, and she's like, "Oh yeah, he's like gone." He's like, "We're gonna get pizza or something." Yeah.
And he's like, "Looks like there's more mouths to feed." And then like while they're like,
and then Eli's really sad. He's like, "Oh, Jonas is still alive, I guess."
And like they're all like talking, and like while Eli's talking to Jonas,
his name is Jonah. Yeah. He's carrying the whale.
Thanks for all you showing us.
The workers are going home. He sees like a robot in the corner.
And just chilling. Yeah, he goes over there and beats the fuck out of it.
He's like, "Yeah, I got the robot." And I was like, "Bro, how did you do that?" Like, I guess he's strong. I don't know. And then like, they tie it up, and it comes to find out it's Eli's computer.
Yeah, and they said they have to hack it.
And then like apparently, I guess one of the situations where like Laura's kind of a nerd, but her friends don't know.
Yeah.
Because like they're like, "Oh, Laura could do it," and she's like trying to downplay it, like, "Oh, I can't do that.
I don't know how to do that. I'm cool."
Because Jonas is also like, "Oh, that's a little, you don't know how to do that." And he's like, "No, yeah, I do." And then she like hacks the computer. I thought it was funny because like because when they're getting ready to do that, Ash picks up a rain stick to beat the robot.
Yeah.
And like Eli tries to stop her, and when she stops, you just hear the rain stick go. Yeah. I thought it was funny because I got silent. And I just I chuckled. I think I was one of the only ones that laughed at that too.
Yeah, I think me and you were both the only ones that chuckled.
Because every sound stopped and you just hear the rain. You hear the rain stick go. It was funny as hell.
And they tie up the computer and Laura actually hacks it. And then there's a video of the robot saying they are coming to life to take over the human race, and they're gonna put chips in everybody's brains.
And it was funny too because Kyle Mooney was like, "Oh man, they got a video and everything. This is cool." They made a little video package.
The computer voice was fucking hilarious, especially towards the end.
He was like really like snarky. It was funny.
Yeah,
like a smart ass.
And then the robot breaks out and has Laura in a chokehold.
Yeah, and then Eli tries to reason with his computer. He's like, "Oh, that's Roxy girl, Rocky girl.
Roxy girl.
Remember all the times we would boot you up and we would wait to see if she was gonna chat?
You're the love of my life."
And then it tries to mess with his head by showing him pictures of
Danny.
And then Kyle Mooney's like, "Bro, he's trying to fuck with you."
Yeah. And then he grabs the bong and pours the bong water on it, and the computer dies. And this is where I wrote Camera Girl, which is Ash. I put Camera Girl from Bully Crew is watching the old videos on her camera. And that's when CJ talks to her.
And then also before that, the video mentioned the singularity, which is what like the robots are trying to enslave all of humanity and like use them to get more power and knowledge. And they call it the singularity. They're gonna get everyone who the robots don't kill together to like chip them, like you said, so like convert them, I guess, at the high school.
Convert them into
robot zombies. I don't know how that works, but and then she's talking, but like you said, she's talking to CJ, and that's when you find out that like they kind of her and Farkas hooked up the one time.
Yeah, and then she's like, "I don't even know if I'm into dudes."
Yeah,
and then like CJ reaches for the hand. She's like, "Dude, seriously?" And he goes,
"It's puff pass, not puff hold."
Yeah,
it's like it was funny. Like he just wanted the joint, man. Chill. Yeah. He's not trying to hook up. Yeah. But I also kind of got the vibe that like she kind of was into him.
Yeah,
it kind of seemed like it because later on, but yeah, it definitely seemed like they were into each other. But he was like, "No, I just want the blunt. I just want the joint, homie."
Yeah, it pans to Eli and he overhears Laura talking to her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend.
Yeah,
which I didn't catch what they were saying, so I didn't write it down.
She was talking about how like he thought like since like everything was happening they were gonna get back together, but she was like, "No, I still don't want to get back together even though the world's ending." Yeah, which I get, like any other like it's like every fucking cliche movie where like the boyfriend and then the popular girl have like a fight, and it's like just because something weird happened doesn't mean we're gonna get back together. So he was just saying that, but like I guess Eli thought they were hook it back up or something. I don't know.
And then Eli gathers CJ and Ash.
Because they just can't do nothing, I guess. They're going to go try and save everybody.
Yeah, and then Laura and Eli have a rough combo.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, we should stay here. We're safe.
They're not going to come for us here. And he's like, no. Danny would want us to go fight.
Yeah, Danny wouldn't just sit here and do nothing. Yeah, I respect that.
And she was kind of butthurt about it. And so she stays and the three other leave. And then while she leaves, it pans to them walking, and then it pans back to Laura, and she's like fucking around on her little computer. Yeah. Which I don't understand. How is every other technology coming to life trying to kill people, but hers is just alright?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe she was able to tame it. I don't fucking know.
Because she also put a flash drive in it.
Yeah, it's like maybe she had like a code or something she could break it with.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she hacked it. I don't know. Yeah, because she hacked his computer. Maybe she hacked her computer. I don't know.
But it was just weird. It was kind of like a lazy writing there.
Yeah.
Pans back to the other three, and they're like a construction zone.
Yeah, like the road's blocked. Basically.
Yeah, the road's blocked, and then a robot monster comes out of nowhere. Yep. Tries to kill them, and Laura. And this is what I wrote down. Kyle's name. I put Laura and Garrett saved them, and Laura had Danny's Kelso figure, which was Paul London, which I'm just like,
right. In the backpack, because earlier too, Danny was like, oh, you almost brought your backpack again. So I guess a running theme, he keeps forgetting his backpack.
Yeah.
So she's like, I got your backpack back.
And Garrett says he's about to transcend, and then he gets his arm and head chopped off by the robot monster.
Before he takes a bunch of drugs. He's like, a bag of drugs. He just takes them all at once. I thought he was just self-sacrificing himself. That's why he was taking all the drugs. Yeah. Like, no, I guess he really thought he could just take this fucking robot on.
Yeah, with his little like rain sticks or whatever.
Yeah, they're called something, but like it says 2 sticks where like you have 2 sticks in your hand, and then like there's this other stick with like little trails on it, and you like fucking bounce it back and forth. People do cool tricks. People can do cool tricks with it, but for the most part, it's mostly just posers. But yeah, so he does that, and then like the thing falls in, and then he like uses the sticks to fight, and he runs after the robot, and that robot just cuts his fucking arm off. He's like, oh, this is not cool.
Yeah, then he gets his head cut off immediately afterwards.
But it was pretty funny.
And then they all run into the porta potty, and the monster grabs Eli, and then
in the bag, and that smashes the Paul London figure.
Yeah, it cuts his fucking head off, and then they
end up in the porta potty, and then the porta potty tips over and slides down a big hill.
Yeah, takes a porta potty ride.
And then as they're going down, like they have a little moment. They're like together, him and Laura.
Yeah, I don't remember what song is playing, but it's like it's like 1, 2. It's like while they're like looking at each other while they're getting shit smeared all over. I don't know the name of the song, but yeah, like a love song plays where they're like looking at each other while
like they're like a
porta potty juice is getting smeared all over.
Yeah, they're about to kiss, and then that happens. Because I was waiting for it to happen, and then when it did, I was like,
ugh. And then they get out, and they land right in front of a creek, and they just start washing their face off intensely. Except for Eli. Eli just gets mad and just throws his fucking shoes.
Yeah, I put he had a crisis of identity because he's like, I don't even like these. Like he's like, oh, the fucking skater shoes. I don't even like skating. He like throws his shoes
into the creek, and I was like, buddy, you're gonna need those.
And then it's funny because he ends up taking Kyle Mooney's Garrett's Birkenstocks. I thought it was funny too. Earlier when they got high, he like switched into different Birkenstocks to get high in. I thought that was funny. They're like his lounging around Birkenstocks, I guess.
And then working ones. Yeah. And then they all just start walking again, and then they all sing Tub Thumping together.
Yep. Which was a better version than the actual version.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then they go to the movie rental to go to the champagne room again, because Eli's like, I need something in the champagne room.
Yeah, I don't even know what he meant. Like, what
the fuck was he? Was he looking for weed? I don't know.
Yeah, like, I didn't understand that either. Like, it was a weird plot device to get them to Fred Durst, I guess. I don't know.
Because like, I thought there's a random guy hiding in there, and I was like, holy shit, it's Fred Durst. Because he was like, are you guys alone?
What are you talking about?
And then like, he just shows up, and I was like, holy shit, didn't know this dude was bald.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, his live appearances he's done recently, he's always, I guess he's wearing wigs. Right. But I just assumed that was just his hair. Nah. I never really like thought about what was under the red hat.
I guess not. He's just fucking
bald. I guess he's fucking baldski.
And he's talking about how they were doing a show, and then he said that Fred Westmoreland got fucked up, and I was like, oh man, the wrong band member died.
Like, yeah, and then the fans of the show got butchered. Yeah, he said. And he's like, I just hid like a coward. And
he's like, yeah, and that was the end of the best band in the world. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, and that's what CJ was like, best band in the world.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
And then Eli and Laura are like, yeah, we gotta go hack them and destroy them all. And I put Fred as being a puss and said, without Limp, I'm nothing. And I was like, yeah, we know. Because Ash was like, no, without Limp Bizkit, I'm nothing. Right. I was like, huh,
interesting.
That's a bold strategy.
Yeah, because like he's like, no, that shit you're gonna do some weird shit they do in the movies. Fuck that. That's not gonna fucking work. And then she's like, yeah, like in this, we have to hack if we hack the big one, it'll affect all of them. Like in this movie, he's like, and it's fucking into penis Day because they're in the champagne room, so it's a porno of Independence Day. Because it was a pretty funny gag. Independence Day.
Because I also wrote because Ash is wearing a Slipknot shirt, and I put ironic that the girl wearing a Slipknot shirt is giving Fred a pep talk.
Yeah, that was funny. Like it'd be funny if he'd be like, "Bro, you're wearing a Slipknot shirt."
Because I'm pretty sure those two bands hate each other.
Yeah.
And then after the little pep talk, he says, "Fuck it, let's break stuff."
Yeah,
and then break stuff plays while they break stuff.
Yeah, because Fred Durst like suits up because she gives him the hat, so he puts the hat on.
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's break stuff," and it was a pretty cool montage.
Just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. And then they go to the compound.
High school.
Yeah, and it has the human mind being controlled. And I put, "Hey, Wes Borland's there," because he goes, "Wes Borland?"
Yeah, he's like so sad. As soon as I saw the skeleton hoodie, I'm like, "Oh, there's Wes."
Yeah.
I guess it probably wasn't him because it just looked like a random guy in makeup. It might not have actually been him.
I'm not seeing Wes Borland here.
Yeah, because like you could tell like it's probably some guy in actual makeup because like we don't see him from a good angle to where you could tell that's Wes Borland.
Yeah, 'cause, I think Wes is actually a little bit taller than the guy that.
Yeah,
but anyhoozle.
So he gets all sad, and then this little robot comes out of nowhere, starts shooting discs.
He's shooting discs,
and CJ goes, shoves him out of the way.
He's like Fred,
and then he takes like 2 discs to the face.
Yeah,
which was a pretty cool practical effect. Like the disc like lodged into his face and head.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
One was like right here in the middle, one was like right here in the cheekbone.
Yeah.
I think there might have been one like right here in the neck area, but like Ash was pretty tore up about it.
Yeah, which I was pretty sure she actually did have feelings for him.
And Fred was like, he's like, "I thought you hated me, but you saved me." And he was just like, "Rhymes respect rhymes."
Yeah, which I thought was cool because like at the end of the day they found common ground.
Yeah,
and then he does like this one last little riff.
Yeah, because my note for that says CJ spits some whack ass bars again, and then he dies.
Yeah,
the CJ riff.
Fred Durst is like, "There's that sick flow again, man." I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Because also one of the discs cuts his bucket hat as well.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I love the bucket hat."
I used to have a bucket hat. I don't know where it's at. It's either somewhere in storage or it got lost somewhere.
Right.
But I did own one. And then they're like, "Oh, we need someone to distract him." And then they all look at Fred. And he's like,
I'm your guy.
I'm your guy." And so Fred goes to distract him. And he's like, "Yo, y'all want to hear some Limp Bizkit?"
And the one guy in the crowd says, "No."
No,
like immediately gets shot down. It was funny as because like that was like one of the jokes of like the whole theater laughed at. Like there's only a couple people in here, but like every one of us fucking laughed at that. I was like, "No."
No was so like profound and angry.
Like we were all just like,
because like it was good acting on Fred's part because the smile drained from his face.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh fuck, man."
He's like, "Oh," and then someone was like, "Limp Bizkit fucking sucks."
He's like, "Get on the fucking stage, Fred Durst."
And then like he's just up there bombing, telling stories.
Yeah, and then that's when Laura and
Eli go to hack
while they're distracted, and then like she's like hacking in there, but she can't get it. And then we cut back to Fred Durst, and fucking Ash pulls out the fucking acoustic guitar.
Yeah, because she comes to save him. And then Eli shows up, and now the crowd's really hating it. And then Ash finds a guitar, and they start playing "You Gotta Have Faith." And then somehow the whole room joins in, and then Laura finally gets
realizes what she has to do to hack or whatever.
Dude, the video that pops up whenever they hack it was fucking. It made me laugh.
Yeah, 'cause he's like a jackass.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey there, you fucking human pieces of trash."
This is with like a smile. It's funny.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're not gonna be able to hack me. You can't do it."
Which was so fucking funny to me. And then I put the computer mind is funny as fuck. Because he's like, "You can't get past it." And he was like, then they finally get past the firewall. And he goes, "Good job. You did it."
You fucking pissed me off. And
he's like, "How about we speed up this
the download?"
The download.
And then it gets like really close. And then like she goes to try and install her little virus. You know, like shocks
the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And he pulls out the condom that Danny gives him. And he goes, "Oh shit, a condom?" And then he starts to open it, and she's like, "Oh, okay." Like she's like,
yeah, like it's like they're like
two different minds.
Yeah.
He's like, "This is gonna save us," and she's like, "Well, we about to get it on."
Fuck yeah. I was like, okay. But then she realizes like, "Oh, I know what you're trying to do now." And then
she's like, "Just the tip." And the fucking computer's like, "Enjoy your first fuck, bro."
It was fucking stupid. He's like, enjoy your first fuck, and then I guess because it's rubber, I guess they don't get shocked, and then she's able to plug in the virus and save the day. I put in my notes. I just put Chekhov's condom.
Yeah, and then like whenever it destroys it, all the computers that are like built together where Fred Durst is at, all of the computers just start falling.
Yeah, like it worked, taking out the mothership, the motherboard, I guess in this case.
Yeah, and so they destroy it. Everyone is no longer brainwashed, and then Eli talks to his parents and Danny's mom, He was like, he didn't make it. And she's like, but I was with him until the very end.
He saved us.
And then Fred Durst and Wes Borland reunite.
Yeah, they look so happy.
And then the or Ash, I keep calling her camera girl because that's what she is in my nose, but she's like filming it.
Yeah.
She's like,
she gets her camera back from that one robot.
Never got her hat back though.
No. Fred Durst kept that fucker.
Even though it had doo-doo on it.
And then like all the friends from the collective show up. And they're like, hey man.
And he's like, oh, this is my parents. He goes, yo, Eli has parents.
That was funny. Like it's just an off the cuff thing. Yeah. Eli has parents. That's cool.
Dude, I think we were the only two that laughed at that because it was so stupid.
Eli has parents. And then they're like smoking, and then like they go over to their parents. It's like, oh yeah, this is the collective. They're pretty cool. And then they like offer him a joint. And the dad's like, oh no, I'm good, thank you though. And then the mom's like, I'll take that shit. Yeah. Alicia Silverstone apparently.
It's fucking cool, pants.
Yeah. She's like, I put my notes. Oh, cool, mom parties.
And then everybody just walks out of the school, and Eli and Laura kiss
one last time. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
or for the first time, I guess.
Yeah, for the first time. And then the screen goes to white, and it says 5 years later.
Yeah, and then they're visiting Danny's grave.
And then on the radio, it said former
rock star,
former rock star, current tech mogul, and
future
running re-election governor Fred Durst. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, thank God we didn't go into this timeline.
Right, that would have sucked. And like Ash has some longer hair now. Like you can tell it's been a while. She's driving. She has an iPod now. You know, so Apple got bigger.
And they visit Danny's grave.
Yeah, and then Eli is starting a music blog.
Yeah, and they had just graduated college.
Yeah, and Laura is now working for
Fred Durst's
tech company. She's like coding for them. She got back into coding and stuff.
And they get back into the car, and closing time starts to play. And then the computer guy's voice laughs on the iPod.
Yeah.
And then the credits play.
While Danny's back with more thong song action.
Yeah,
in like the digital realm, I guess.
Yeah, I put mid-credit scene of Danny performing thong song. And then like it was
in like digital heaven, I guess.
Yeah, then it was a female computer voice, and it goes, "Congratulations, that was fucking tight." And then the movie ends.
That's a movie juice.
That's a movie juice, my boy. What would you give it? I'll let you go first.
I'm gonna be nice because the plot is
yeah,
but it's got funny moments. And it's all in all, it's not a bad movie. I had a fun time watching it. I'd probably watch it again. Not right away, but like I figure I'll come back to it eventually. I'm gonna give it like a strong to decent 5. Like it's kind of a mid movie. It's funny at times, but like a lot of the writing is just not there either. Yeah. But some of the jokes land pretty well. We'll go with 5.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna agree because like I would feel bad giving it a 4 because I did have fun with some parts,
but it's also just not worth a 6.
It's not. It's just like literally like dead in the middle of the fucking road because some of the shit wasn't time accurate, like the action figure. It's like the Madam Web PlayStation Portable.
PSP, yeah.
It's just like that. Like, come on, man, just do a tiny bit of extra research.
All you have to do is Google it.
Yeah.
Even like the Google AI now would probably give you the right answer.
Yeah, and Thong Song. I was like, well, Cisco's version wasn't popular yet, so.
Right? Yeah.
So everyone's probably very confused. Like they got some time inaccuracies wrong here and there. The plot kind of loses you at some points, but the robot monsters itself looked fucking cool.
Yeah.
I guess the Fred Durst cameo makes it a solid 5. Like I can't give it anything higher than 5.
And I feel like Kyle Mooney's whole character just doesn't really work that well.
No.
Like the stoner video clerk who's also kind of a mentor has been done better in other movies.
Yeah.
And then this one just he didn't really do anything. Like, his scenes were not necessary.
I mean, I will say Fred Durst is a better actor than LeBron James.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 movies with LeBron James in it, and he's all right in both.
Fred Durst was believable.
Yeah. I think he was just playing, every day. But I'm at a 5. I can't give anything lower or higher. Just middle of the road.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
I'll throw it on for background noise here and there. Maybe
cool.
just for like New Year's because it's like the only other New Year's movie I can think of. But might be about it. Got anything else to add?
No, that's pretty much it. Gonna do it for the movie juice this week.
Alrighty. If James watches this, we'll give you guys his review. He'll give you his review at a later date if he watches it. I don't know if he will or not. But it's been another movie juice. New episodes drop every Thursday morning. You can follow us on Facebook at Movie Juice. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Movie Juice Pod. We have a coming soon website. Hopefully it'll be active in 2025, but we'll see what happens. You can visit that coming soon website at www.moviejuicepod.com and write in. We want to hear from you. email us if you have any reviews. If you have any reviews for the movies you have seen already, or if you want us to watch any movie, suggestions there, or if you have any funny stories of the movies we've watched, email us. We would love to hear from you at moviejuicepod@gmail.com. All of our links can be found on our link tree, which is on our social medias. We are on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube, and you can follow us all individually on Instagram and Twitter. Our handles are in the description, and links to our other things are in our description below as well. And since it's Christmas time, we're in the Christmas spirit. We'll be back next week with mine and Kyle's personal favorite Christmas movie, The Night Before, which is starring Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Captain American Falcon Anthony Mackie. And as always, I've been Dylan.
I've been Kyle. And one last time,
this has been The Juice.